Gimenez of House Homeland Security. Congressman, let's move on to this. Politico is reporting that intelligence officials and drone industry executives gave a classified briefing to Senate Homeland Security and Intelligence. Chinese manufactured drones caught illegally flying through restricted airspace over D.C. What's going on here?
Well, I suppose that, the headlines is what's going on. You got Chinese manufactured drones, not necessarily flown by the Chinese, but they're made in China. They are getting into restricted areas, and so that's a concern not only in the capital, it's a concern around the United States, areas such as airports, et cetera, critical infrastructure. Look, 4 years ago when I went to Israel on a trade mission, we made an effort to stop by Tel Aviv airport to talk about drones and the threat of drones to airports and what were the Israelis doing about it, because the Israelis somehow always seem to be about a step or two ahead of us when it comes to these threats and how to handle them.
So is our national security at risk? Is this foreign espionage? What do you think?
Well, it could be espionage, but it also could be a physical threat. Remember, these drones are getting more capable. They can carry higher payloads. Right now, a lot of them are still being piloted, so you could use electronic geofencing to kind of knock them down. But eventually, they're going to be autonomous. They're going to have artificial intelligence, and they're going to be able to pick out targets by themselves with bigger payloads. And so we not only need electronic countermeasures to knock them down, but eventually we're going to have some kind of kinetic energy to knock them down too, for those drones that are autonomously flying around.
What's interesting, the thing is, Congressman, your insights are important here because drones can easily capture wireless information from a government building, a power grid, or infrastructure. I mean, the U.S. Secret Service in the last 4 years has caught hundreds of drones violating temporary air restrictions meant to protect the president and his Air Force One.
Yeah, and so look, again, drones are going to become increasingly a bigger threat, especially since they are now able to carry higher payloads. They're able to have more capability inside the drones, whether it be electronic surveillance or other kinds of threats to our national security. They will have longer range. And again, as I said, some of them will be piloted, but my greatest fear is autonomous, basically intelligent drones, and a number of them being lodged against a particular target and basically overwhelming any defense system they may have.
Got it.
That's something that it's going to come in the future, something that we have to take care of, and something we're looking into.
Congressman Gimenez, happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for joining us tonight. Okay, we're